Well, you guys, it looks like Jose is working overtime. Like we talked about, he's been working overtime to impress his daddy Wes. But now it seems like he's trying to take over the number one alpha male spot because when he got out of jail, he was only there for like 24 or 48 hours, something like that, not even more than 2 days. He decided to go up on his Instagram story and do a full blown story time, start to finish, about what he ate there, what he did, his workouts, how he looked in the mirror and was flexing, who he saw, all this shit, just completely bragging. But yet he's saying, it's not cool. He's not bragging. He just thinks, the picture that he took in front of the jail inside of what is it, the fucking Phantom or whatever the fuck, that was cool. So let's take a listen to this complete fucking bozo and hear what he has to say.
All right, all I'm saying is that I love that fucking picture. I'm not saying the car is mine. I don't own that Phantom. Everyone knows that. I'm fucking 24 years old. I don't own that Phantom. But and unfortunately, I was being dropped off at jail, which of course no one really wants to get dropped off at jail. Like, I'm not stupid. But that picture was fucking hard, yo. I mean, like, when life throws you fucking curveballs, just fucking make the best of it. But that shit was sick. So even if you don't like me, we all have to agree that picture was hard.
So he thinks that picture inside of Wes's car is hard. And he's like, I'm not saying it's cool. Nobody wants to go to jail. Then why did you post a video on your way there asking the audience what would be cooler, to get picked up in a police car or to drive there in a fucking Phantom?
I mean, I haven't even said any stories from being booked in jail. Like, this shit was a fucking movie, bro.
A movie, okay? Get ready. Listen to this. This is a movie to him.
Like, I go in knowing I have a warrant for my arrest, but I didn't know what the charges were. So I'm thinking they're gonna be some, like, low charges that I'm gonna get bond off for quick. Oh my God, dude. I go inside, and once I go through the holding cell, and I go to the lady that gives you your arrest number so you can call on the phone, this and that. This lady also gives you, like, tells you what your charges are and tells you if you have bond or not. This lady says 100,000 for 2 charges, which was like 10,000 you had to pay. I was like, oh fuck. I went back to my holding cell. I'm like, I'm gonna get real comfortable because I'm gonna be here for a long time. Like, I'm not getting out now. And this is where you find out who your homie really are. Fuck yeah, I call up my homie Addy, my straight brother, dude, and he tells me, bro, you'll be out soon, dog. I got your bond. I'm like, damn, my motherfucking brother, dog. That was the best news ever. Cause that shit sucks. Like, that jail sucks. Like, Broward jails fucking suck, bro. Everyone that's been in Broward jails know how dirty they are. Like, for your holding cell, they put like 10 guys in this small ass cell. Like, 2 homeless dudes sleep on the floor. The rest of everyone's just trying to find a spot to stand and sit. You got your toilet right there that everyone just takes a shit on in front of you. And it just smells fucking horrible. And you're there for hours until they book you and they give you your arrest number. And then they transfer you to another facility, and then they give you your cell. So after like 4 or 5 hours, I tell the officer, yo, can you like just please take me to my cell so I can just sleep and chill? Like, this shit sucks here. He's like, yeah, you're up for the next round. I'm like, I bet. They come, they pick us up. And as I'm walking to the next facility, this young officer, he tells me what cell I have to go to. And then he's like, hey, Rodriguez, weren't you the dude that walked out the Rolls Royce out front? I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, did you get bond? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, you'll be out soon. But that shit was funny. I can't lie.
What was funny about that? What was so funny about that? Him mentioning that you pulled up in a Rolls Royce? Is that what the car was? I don't even remember. Is that what was so funny? What's funnier to me are those teeth. That's what's funny. Those chompers.
Then I finally get to my cell, and yo, I say what's up to my cellie. Is this other youngster? He was. I felt bad. He was a cool dude. But we just chop it up for a little bit, and then I get the bottom bunk, and fucking I just pass out. Like, I pass out right away. It was cold as a motherfucker in there, but I pass out. They give you like this thin blanket and like 2 sheets, and I just pass out. I was dreaming. I had the best dream, and then I was dreaming. I think I was with my ex or some shit.
Your ex, who you gave up your whole life, that you gave up for another man, for fucking Wes, for a man who didn't even really want you around unless you were contributing, unless you were cleaning, unless you were being a little fucking slave, didn't even want you around. Because get this, guys, not only did Wes not give him any of those cars, he let him flex in them, he let him do all this stuff. But the other day, I saw a photo in front of his house, and his fucking Mustang was out there. His one and only car that he was left with. Wes wasn't even like, hey man, I'm going to be locked up for a long time. You can have one of these cars. Well, because they're not his, right? But after all this, after everything's said and done, he didn't even get a car. He's still left with his fucking Mustang. And mind you guys, I remember telling you in the last video about Jose that he, had a 1-bedroom apartment that was super duper tiny. And well, guess what? Wes wanted him to keep that apartment. And do you want to know why? Because he wanted to be able to kick Jose out of the house whenever the hell he wanted, whenever he had girls over or was doing freaky shit with girls. He could then kick Jose's fucking ass out and send him back to his house. Send him back to his little apartment like a booty call. That's what Jose was, a booty call. He wanted Jose to obviously be there in the house to clean up everything and to keep everything nice and tidy for him. But he also wanted him to keep his apartment, even though he was sleeping over there every night, so that he could kick his ass out and make his ass go back home. Like a little fucking thotty, like a hoe, like a booty call. That's exactly what Jose was to Wes. And that's why he had his apartment this whole time. So it's just like so pathetic, dude. You came out of this with literally nothing from Wes. He didn't even pay your bond. Are you kidding me? You had Addie, that supreme fucking Addie, Gumby looking motherfucker, all tall and lanky. That's who bailed out Jose, not even Wes himself. So you say, you realize in that moment who your real homies are. Who's Wes then? Because he didn't seem like he did shit for you, except for get you in a whole mess of legal trouble. And now kick your ass out because there's an open house now and you can't even stay in the house anymore. So you did all this for nothing, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. Such a joke, dude. This guy's like so ridiculously beyond stupid.
And then next thing you know, I just hear a cop banging the door like, Rodriguez, like, get up. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to court or some shit. And then they just told me to go get like some boxers and shit like that. And I was like, fuck, when I woke up, I'm like, God damn it, I'm still here. This shit sucks. And then, but the cell was a little bit better because it's just you and your celly. And like, it's not like, it's not as dirty, but it was a little bit better. Then I go back to my cell. I sleep for like another 30 minutes. And next thing you know, it's 9 a.m. and all the doors start cracking open. And then that's when the facility opens. And then everyone starts getting out their cells. And they go to the main like chilling area and where they get the phones. Like everyone respects the fuck out of the phone. Like you got to respect that. You got to make your line. You don't cut anyone in line. You don't fucking disrespect anyone when they're on the phone because that's a problem.
Mind you, this guy's been in there for like a day and a half. He was in jail for a day and a half, and he already knows how everything works, how everyone acts, what everyone wants, what everyone respects. This is like the same Wes's same exact mentality. Wes did the same shit. He lied about how long he did in prison. He lied about all these stories. You can already see this is like if Jose actually goes to prison, which I don't think he will, but if he actually ever does, actual prison time, he's going to be coming out with the same bullshit ass stories that Wes did. You can already see like the fairy tale-ish gene in him, He's wanting to like put more flavor in this story, but he realizes that he was only there for a day and a half. So there's not really much he could really know, but you can already see like he's trying to like pump up this story and make himself sound like, so cool and experienced. But dude, you were there for like 30 hours. Relax.
But whatever, we just do that. They're handing out breakfast. Keep in mind, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is the same shit. It's just 3 slices of bread, a little packet, like a ketchup packet that's just like water, jelly, and a cup of water. Like that's it. It's just fucking shit, bro. But I fucking ate that shit like it was fucking, I don't even know what it was, but I ate that. And I just got on the phone, just chopped it up with my people, and you got to chill all the fucking day. They had the smallest TV on the wall that you can't even see or hear, but that's pretty much all you got. And these uncomfortable ass chairs. And then a couple hours pass, and I'm bored out of my mind. Like, I'm done. I'm so tired of talking already. So I go back to my cell. I started cracking some push-ups. I cleaned up my bed, and then I pass out again for a couple hours. And then I wake up, I do more push-ups, I work out again. They have this little ass mirror, like fucking all scratched up, and I'm just like, I'm here like flexing shit. I'm like, I still got it.
I'm glad he's taking this seriously. I'm glad he's taking this whole experience seriously and taking time to reflect on his actions and the person that he's become and what he did to get there. I'm glad that's what he's doing in this moment that he's in jail. And I'm glad he's not, laughing about it and flexing in the mirror and thinking he's so cool and chopping it up with everyone.
And then finally, like hours later, they call your name up. They're like, you're going home. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then they take you to the fucking room where you get your belongings. And then I see TJ in there. Like, I was like, oh, what the fuck? This is cool. Because everyone was talking about him. And I didn't know he got locked up, but that shit was dope too. But after that, I was like, I'm gone. And I'm not trying to say it was like cool or nothing, but it was an experience. As long as you don't bitch about it, it's whatever. Like, what can I say? But that shit was fucking crazy.
As long as you don't bitch about it, even though I've just spent almost 6 minutes, 6 full minutes doing nothing but bitching about it. And I had asked somebody who TJ is because I didn't really know who that was. Apparently, it's some rapper. So he was real excited that he was in jail at the same time as him, which is just like so fucking pathetic. But dude, I just don't understand and this is like no shade to anyone. I'm not thinking of any specific creators when I'm talking about this. I'm just saying I don't understand people who brag and like tell stories and reminisce about prison. Like, I can understand you coming out of prison and, sharing certain stories and sharing the craziness of how you had to navigate certain experiences where you almost killed and you're confined with a bunch of men. I can understand that, okay? But what I can't understand is not only one bragging about the whole situation and laughing about it and talking about it like you're some hardo, but also two, I can't understand these people who glorify it, who glorify this whole fucking experience. Like, do you not feel pathetic? Do you not feel gross? Like, do you not feel like a joke doing that? Because if I were doing a story time talking about how much of a hard ass I was, and I was doing my push ups, and I was walking down the hall, and I turned around, and they were like, yo, Rodriguez, blah, 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 I would feel like an absolute cornball. Would you not? Like, these guys actually think that being in prison is some sort of flex. Like, it automatically gives you like some street cred or makes you look hard or something. Like, dude, especially guys like this, like, you don't look cool. You don't look hard. You just look kind of like a dork. You look like a loser and you look extremely pathetic. I don't get it. I do not get it for the life of me. I think it's extremely corny. And anyone who does a day in jail and then comes out and brags about it on their Instagram stories, dude, that is beyond. That's another level of corniness. I can't. But anyways, guys, so Jose really learned a lot from that experience, as it seems. He sounds like he has a lot of remorse. He sounds like he's thought through things quite a bit, and seems like maybe he's gonna be turning his life around. But dude, like, these are the types of idiots that look up to Wes Watson. You can see it so clearly, the type, like, you can always see the type of person that listens to him, and it's Jose in a nutshell. Completely Jose in a nutshell. Just so fucking stupid. Doesn't have two brain cells to rub together. Like, extremely naive. Doesn't have any life experience. Definitely doesn't have any street smarts. Like, he's definitely not street smart whatsoever. Doesn't have like that hustle mentality in him. So if he actually were to go to prison, he wouldn't make it. He would not make it. This guy is not cut out for a life like that. I can tell you that right now. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that should be a sign to him that he's not made for this life. He's really not. And again, that's not a bad thing, but that's the last person who should be getting caught up in a life of crime. You know what I mean? A guy who's that weak, a guy who's that weak-minded, a guy who can't think for himself, a guy who's such a follower, a guy who's such a, weasel fucking slave simp for another man. That is not a person who is cut out for prison. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this. Dude, Jose just gets goofier and goofier by the day. I can barely keep up. But give me a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take care.